What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jon. Jon Gruden has come under some scrutiny as the former Las Vegas Raiders head coach. He was on a 10-year contract, and I believe that he was turning the team around. It was a terrible organization. Shout out to the Raiders fans, but you guys are terrible. You guys suck. But he has resigned as the head coach. The reason why is because there's some emails dating back to 2010 in which there are some racist and homophobic things that have come out about him. 2011, there was an email in which he used a racial trope to describe DeMaurice Smith, NFL Player Association Executive Director, saying his lips look like Michelin tires. He also called Roger Goodell, former NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, some homophobic things. Also, that Michael Sam, who was the first openly gay player drafted by NFL team, that Goodell pressured Jeff Fisher to take him. And according to Jon Gruden, he always called somebody Michelin tire lips regardless of race. But what we do know is that he resigned because of that. I want to talk about this because people can say racist things. I have said racist things myself, all right? And I'm not sticking up for Jon Gruden. I'm not at all right? But I've said things 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago about anybody, okay, that I'm not proud of today. All right, I've done some things in my life 20 years ago, let's say, things I might have said, I can't take it back now. And I want black men to understand this, is that we're in a different era. 2010, 2005, 2000, 20 years ago, the world was different back then. You could talk a lot of shit about people, not necessarily mean it, or you could mean it, and it was okay. You can be a totally changed person now. And guess what? Today's world is going to go back and dig up what you said in 2009. And if you are in the corporate world where you need regular jobs, so come out and then they're going to fire you, or you got to resign. I think that's something that people got to think about. And one of the reasons that I think that I'm so big on entrepreneurship is I want to have a little bit more freedom to have an opinion about certain things. But in case of Jon Gruden, who even at that time is stupid to say that about a black person, that is dumb. And if you're going to say something like that, why would you do it by email? Like, that's just dumb, right? But he's paying for something that happened 12 years ago. And I want guys to think about, how we really have to, like anything now, Instagram DM messages, YouTube videos, say something too crazy. I know there's a situation going on with a particular YouTuber. Say something crazy. People download it. You can say if you want that it's a joke or something. You didn't mean it. It doesn't matter. It's said, they got your video, and it's there on the internet forever. Email, internet, forever. You going on about your life, you living, you doing your thing. Oops, boom. Well, this is what happened, right? I think that we got to understand, like, now, the game, what you can say in 11, 12 years ago, the game is different. You used to be able to say things in rap music about certain communities. You can't say that now. All right. Some guys live in a different era, like me. I'm 40. I'm relatively young in comparison to like Jon Gruden. I'm from a different era where things would run a little bit different than now, but I gotta adjust. Certain things I could say 15 years ago, it was acceptable. It's not acceptable right now. It'd cost you your job now. It wouldn't cost you your job back then. All right? Little things like, let's say, for example, like, oh man, I don't agree with like LGBT marriage or something like that. 15 years ago, somebody could say something like that. Now, you can't say that now. You got to keep that stuff to yourself. I'm just using it as an example. Because now, that can get you fired. You know? Like any little thing, people are getting canceled for. And what he said was very big, don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is that's how minor it can be. It could even be about the vaccine. Like, that's another thing too. People are getting trashed based off the vaccine. Right? Just like, you don't agree with that? Like, people are limiting what you have to say about that. So you live in a different world. So the opportunities are great, but then again, it's like, okay, well, 10 years ago, this is what you did. And people are looking for a reason to try to ruin you. You know? And I want people to understand that. You know, we live in a very vicious world now. And I'm not saying like, you know, if you do something bad that you shouldn't pay for it, you should. That was stupid. And yeah, he has to resign, obviously. But we got to be careful of what you say. You know? You got to be careful what you say, because you can hurt yourself and rob yourself of opportunity. You long forgotten that. You've moved on with your life. Here come these text messages that you had in WhatsApp talking about somebody's gender, and then they come up. And so now you just pray to God, like, and everybody has been there to a certain degree where we have said something very vulnerable or offensive about somebody else. It's likely. And you just hope to God, it don't come up. You know? And even now, I be talking shit to people, because you guys know me, I talk shit about everybody. Even now, but offline. I talk shit about everybody. My mama, I'm in Uganda talking shit. I talk shit about people. I talk shit about everybody. Celebrities, you know me, you know? But then it just takes somebody to take something out of context or something like that, you know? Say like, oh, you hate all pigeons, or you hate all parakeets, or whatever. You know? So I want guys to really play it safe. You know, understand that, you know, a lot of times as men, when we're talking about things in the black community, you know, some people you can talk about stuff to, and you think that they ain't gonna, you know, hey, they ain't gonna share it, they ain't gonna whatever. Man, you be telling somebody something, and you think it's cool between you and them, they be the one telling on you. Like, damn, man, my partner really put me out like that? Yes! Yes, your partner put you out like that, bro. That's exactly what he did. You know what I mean? Like, even in Poland, Poland is wide open. I mean, Polish people, they can say whatever the hell they want, and like, ain't nobody gonna come for them. You know, depending on what country you are. Uganda, I saw somebody like last year, and you know, it was like some kid acting bad in the street. Somebody came with a belt and just, wow! That was the end of it. You can't do that in America. You know, so you gotta, it's different apparently to where you at. In American society, you gotta really play it close, family. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the fresh content at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.